second. Welcome to Fourpure at 4 again. My name is John. I'm the head brewer here at Fourpure. It's Friday, thank God. It's been a long week. Specifically this week, I'm going to mention a few beers we have upcoming that we're going to release in the next sort of, let's say, month or so, but also about the whole process that goes behind us deciding what we're going to brew, when we're going to brew it, and that whole sort of picture that goes towards developing a new product here at Fourpure. We've released a new beer calendar this year, so I'm going to mention 6 beers to you now that are coming out sort of around the time of our brewery relaunch on the 10th of February. Maple and Bourbon Imperial Stout, Beer Hall, which is a lovely traditional Helles, Saharan Sun, which is a blood orange Saison, Deep South, which is a peach sour, Raspberry and Chocolate Imperial Porter, Thunder Bay, which is the West Coast IPA. So all those are coming out just in the next month or so, in advance of our brewery relaunch on the 10th of February. So those are 6 different beers. They're all beers that we're really excited about. We're brewing them for different reasons. One of the main things for us is that we want to sort of test out and flex the muscles of our new brewery, our new state-of-the-art brew house. We want to see what it can do really. But for all beers that we develop, all beers that we release, there's a whole process that goes behind that. You know, we all go out and we explore the world and we live our day-to-day lives. We travel. And we get inspired. And we can't control when we get inspired. What we believe really strongly here is that good ideas can come from anywhere. There could be a guy who works here who's, you know, delivering beer in one of the vans, or there can be a lady who's, you know, works in our tap room every week. That's a great sort of source of ideas for us. Step 1 is definitely, let's bring an idea to the table. Most of the ideas come from within the brewing team, within the brewing department, but they can come from anywhere. And the other thing about that is, the critical test is it something that we want to drink? Another quick sip here. We have to find out, is this feasible? Is it achievable? You know, sometimes things are just hard to do on a larger commercial scale. Is there a market for it? You know, and it doesn't really have to be a big market. It can be a small market. It can be like just the tap room. We think about our distributors, the on-trade, the off-trade. We think about maybe it's something that needs to go into a keg or into a can, or maybe both. If it goes into a can, is it going to be a 330 ml or 500 ml can? All that kind of stuff. And we have to make sure that if we're going to put in all the work to brew a beer and to package it and to do all the artwork and all the work around it, that it's at least something that we can sell. So we know we can. Now we got to figure out how. Are we going to go like natural flavoring? If we go puree, like where do we add it? Do we add it during fermentation, after fermentation? Are we going to like back sweeten the beer? Not that we've done that before, but you know, it's an option. So all those things. Same thing with the chocolate. Same thing with the ingredients. We have to figure out how. We got to answer all those questions. And a lot of other things are tied into that. That's going to affect how much the beer is going to cost, how long it's going to take to produce. It's going to affect all sorts of things. And all those questions have to get answered, and they have to get answered, you know, in the best way possible. This is probably my favorite step because I really enjoy sourcing ingredients. I really like going out and sampling different ingredients and trying to decide how they're going to combine and how they're going to, you know, and what ratio they're going to combine, where we're going to add them to the beer. This is definitely the most exciting part for me. And it's something that's really critical to the final success of the project. And then we have to sort of design the brand, you know, so we basically hand over to the marketing side, and we've got this great in-house artist, Dan Maynard, and it's really cool. He like does all these beautiful illustrations for all of our can designs, all of our font badges, our posters. I mean, he's always swamped with too much work to do, but he produces incredible artwork, and it's really fun watching him sort of take this idea, get inspired by it, and run with it. And that's like really critical as well. And then it's just all the communication. So I'm in brewing and I have to talk to people in marketing. We together have to talk to people in sales. We've got people in the operations department who have to plan when we're gonna order this and when we're gonna brew that. And all these pieces have to sort of interact with one another and work together. The better we function, the better the beer will taste when you guys drink it, because we're gonna get all those little decisions day by day. We're gonna get them right. That means the beer is gonna be better. So that's really important to me. And yeah, so that's basically the process that every beer undergoes. Every time we release a new beer, and we're gonna do a lot of new beers this year. We're gonna do like 60 beers this year. So it's a big and exciting thing for us. Anyway, thank you for joining us again. Like it's awesome to see more people watching every week. This week we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do a little competition. If you subscribe on YouTube and if you share on Facebook, we're going to pick one of the new people who both subscribed and shared to win a free 6-pack from us. You have to be based in the UK though, but if you are based in the UK, please subscribe on YouTube, share on Facebook. You know, you might win a 6-pack, but otherwise, regardless, subscribe, share, send us any questions or comments. Thanks for joining us. Have a great weekend. As per usual, I'll talk to you next week. Bye.